Mr. Speaker, I rise today to discuss the fiscally irresponsible one big beautiful bill that simply gives tax breaks for the richest Americans and takes away services for working and middle-class families. Here are the facts. We currently have about a $36 trillion debt, and we're spending right now $2 trillion more every year than we take in. The Republican budget would add $3.8 trillion to that deficit. It will do that over 10 years. And how are they going to get those $3.8 trillion of tax breaks? Well, let me just outline who those tax breaks are going to go to. $96 billion a year are going to go to people who make over $1 million a year. If you are a millionaire in America, you are going to get about $82,000 a year of tax breaks. And if you are making under $100,000, you get about $750 in tax breaks. So $82,000 of tax breaks to the millionaires, $750 to working and middle-class families. That's not a fair deal. Democrats believe that we need to raise taxes on people who are making over $1 million, not give them $82,000 a year of tax breaks. And by the way, the tax breaks for those millionaires and billionaires, they're permanent over 10 years. The tax breaks the Democrats support for working class families, like no tax on tips, they only want them 4 years. Democrats have been fighting to get the no tax on tips for 10 years. They say, no, for working families, we only want it 4 years. Tax breaks for the billionaires in my district in Silicon Valley, those we want 10 years. And then, what are they cutting? They're cutting $700 billion in Medicaid cuts. That's just a fact. Just go Google it. You'll see the cuts. They claim that that people aren't going to lose their health care, but the independent CBO says that up to 14 million Americans may lose their health care. Up to 1 million of American children, kids born in the United States, may lose their health care. It is the largest cut to Medicaid in the history of this country, all to finance $96 billion a year of tax breaks to the millionaires and billionaires. Those are the facts. Look, CBO did an analysis, and they said that the top 10% in America are going to benefit enormously from this bill. And if you're in the top 10%, if you make over $1 million, over $500,000, you should applaud. But the bottom 10%, the folks who are working hard, struggling to make ends meet, the truck drivers, people who work at Walmart, nurses, HVAC technicians, they are going to lose 4%. This bill benefits those who are already doing well and ignores those who are working hard and struggling the most. It is the exact opposite of what we should be doing. Even Donald Trump challenged the Congress to say, raise taxes a bit on the rich. I'm fine with it. But did the Republicans do that? No. They cut them further for the wealthy. You ask, what do Democrats believe? We believe that the tax breaks and the tax cuts should be going to the working and middle class in this country. We believe we should be taxing more the people who are making $1 million and $1 billion a year. And we believe we should not be cutting Medicaid, essential health care services that help families, that support hospitals, and that support the health of so many seniors in this country. This debate is about whose side are you on. Are you for those who have already benefited from the income divide, or are you for the working and middle class? I hope enough Republicans on the other side will say no to these cuts of working class benefits. We'll say no to the tax breaks for the millionaires and billionaires, and we'll say no to piling on more debt that will raise interest rates, hurting our economic growth, exploding our trade deficit because of our reliance on foreign firms and foreign investment, and crippling ordinary Americans' ability to get loans. It is bad economics. We need a new approach.